It took me about 1 year to get my front lever, but I could have gotten that in about 6 months. I made zero progress for months. Let me show you the videos. This was about 6 months ago during the month of Jan. This was my straddle front lever during that time. It's not bad. And you can see on the right, this is my straddle front lever 3 months ago. So it took me 3 months to get from here to here. It's improved, but not really. Like, this improvement should take you about 2 weeks, but it took me like 3 months to get from here to here. And that's because I made countless mistakes and I trained the wrong things. But I made crazy progress in 2 weeks. Look at the chat with my trainer here. You've come a long way in 2 weeks of these post those drills, which means that my trainer gave me a few drills to do for the front lever, and since I did that, I made insane progress. Let me show you. It's not the best, but you can see I'm kind of like joining my legs, and this was a month ago. This was during May, and it's June 26th, so about a month ago I made insane progress. This brings me to the first point of the video, and that is training smart. Calisthenics is not like bodybuilding where you can just train any muscle with a suboptimal exercise and still make some gains. It's more of, if you don't train the right things, you won't make any progress. And one of the reasons why people make mistakes in this area is because the calisthenics exercises that give you progress are actually boring as fuck. So your mind is always like, this is so boring, I don't want to do this today. Let me just do this thing which is really fun. You're still gaining something, but you probably won't make progress towards your goal if you don't train everything you need to train. For example, for front lever, you definitely need pull. You need the pulling strength, but that's not all you need. You still need your glutes, you need your abs, you need your legs, because you holding your body is just one part of the exercise, and the rest of the part of the but the lower body still has to support the upper body. I never trained the specific exercises for the front lever, like compressions and stuff like that. So I made zero progress. My pull was phenomenal, but I just started training too much pull, and it just pisses me off because I could have reached this goal so much sooner and moved on to another goal, but I just kept wanting to do my weighted pull-ups, and even though it was making progress in my pulling strength, it wasn't making any progress in my front lever because pulling is not my constraint anymore. And this is why front lever seems impossible for people, is because they train their pulling strength, but they don't train the lower body thinking it's gonna make it heavy and they won't be able to lift anymore. But that's not true. Your lower body has to support your upper body. If you think about this front lever, so if this is your hand and you're holding the bar, and if your lower body is not supporting, your upper body has all the pulling strength, but if your lower body is not supporting this, then it's just going to fall down and you won't get your front lever. And I kept making the same mistake. So training smart is extremely important. Knowing what exercises you need to do for that skill is also very important. The second thing that you will have to do in calisthenics is be consistent. I was not consistent for a long time. That is because number one, the exercises were boring, and number two, I didn't train with people. When you don't train with people, then it just gets so boring. I remember about last year, and I think about 2 years ago I started training with my friends, and that was honestly the most fun I've had in training calisthenics, is because we used to just goof around, do some random shit after we train with the bars and with the rings. And even though those weren't really useful for whatever my goals were, they were still fun, and that made me keep coming back. And training with my friends also kept me consistent over time because we held each other accountable. So that is how I became consistent. But if you currently do not train with people, then you might want to just talk to the people in your gym who train calisthenics. That's how I made my gym friends. If for some reason you are not in a gym and you cannot go to one, then I would just recommend joining a calisthenics community. So these are the two things that you need to train calisthenics to make any progress in it. Respect to you for watching this video. If you watched till this point, you probably have a top 1% attention span, because I do not put dopamine edits in my videos, and I make videos for education and not views. If you're interested in becoming the top 1% in calisthenics athletes, then join my school, link in the description below. If you're not interested, then just leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.